Welcome to the Disagreeable Nerd Podcast, a podcast where nerds from various ages and backgrounds get together to discuss movies, TV, books, and anything else that pops into their small, simple minds. Now sit back, relax, and let their ignorance wash over you.
And welcome back to another episode of Disagreeable Nerd. Sporadic podcast that we do every now and then.
Sporadic.
When something good enough to podcast comes out, pretty much. Our one page isn't traveling the world.
Or just talk.
Huh?
I guess that's part of sporadic. Never mind. Sorry.
Or just talk.
And Deej is here.
Hey, I'm back, baby.
Deej, what's that?
Thank goodness.
It's been forever.
It's been pretty
and a
rough.
day.
Just
Yeah.
the two of us.
Sorry.
Whatever. What is that supposed to mean? Well, I mean, you do add content, whatever, but I mean,
Yeah, it's always nice to have a
it's
third
always
voice.
a variety of content that's nice.
I missed it so.
So,
For a very special episode.
Oh, yeah.
very special.
You couldn't have done this without me, otherwise I would have
Oh, yeah, no.
hurt you.
We can't do Star Wars
Today
without
we're
Deej.
discussing cats.
Oh, my God.
I cannot put any input on that one.
Okay.
Charday, what do you think of
Okay.
cats?
I went into that movie not expecting it to be amazing or anything, but I was expecting to like it a little bit.
I think you should even like... I would say I went into that movie not expecting to have to walk out. But guess what? I did.
Got me literally walked out of that movie. And you know what though?
I read the
think it was
reviews.
fun just making fun of it, really.
I mean, I anticipated that as well, but I couldn't do it. It was painful.
Brutal. It was brutal.
You know the last time I walked out of a movie?
When
In the Name of the King with Jason Statham.
I've never heard of that.
I've heard of it, but never seen it.
I think that was, I don't even know when it was. I should look that up, but it's been probably almost 10 years ago. I don't
Had
know.
to be late.
In the Name of the King.
Didn't
Late
you say
2000s.
though you watched
They were like fighting kangaroos or something in that movie. It was weird. It was like Power Rangers level
Fighting
bad.
kangaroos?
I don't
Like that one movie? What was it called?
Roo Fighters. I don't know.
No, it was that kid. He like goes and there's like those
yeah.
weird kangaroo looking people.
Yes.
What's that called?
Oh.
wait.
Something like Guardian or
Oh, I know what you're talking
it
about.
had
but
some. It had some 80s
Something weird.
theme name.
yeah. Well, you've seen the Broadway play of Cats.
I didn't see the Broadway.
Or
I
not
saw
the
the
Broadway,
Fair
but-
Park version in Dallas. It was not quite as good.
Broadway Junior.
It was weird. It was weird then.
They didn't have any facial expressions for one, and it was just so
The movie didn't?
no, like they had facial expression, but it was like the same throughout, like the same.
Like they were trying to
Look.
act like cats?
Yes, exactly.
terrible.
Their tails were like the only expressive thing I saw.
And they literally sing the whole way, all the way through.
Yes, and that was exhausting.
I mean, it's
It is-
How do you
musical.
know? You were only there for 10 minutes.
Yeah, well,
I
for
feel
those
like
10
he was there
minutes
at
was
least
nothing but
30.
songs.
It was also
It may have
very.
been
It was,
30.
it was also boring.
I made it to whenever Jason Derulo came in.
Oh yeah, he did good.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did
do
good.
good?
Well, he's a singer.
I mean, he made it more interesting.
Did T Swift do good?
Yeah, I mean,
Was there
it was
anything?
just,
It was all adequate.
it was so, yeah.
Was there anything you liked about the movie?
I literally only like Jennifer Hudson's part, the memory song. Literally, that's it.
You've said literally twice. On quite a few
Sorry.
minutes.
I'm sorry. You know how I get really
And I
into
said-
words and like I get obsessive? But yeah, over that, other than that,
That's one memory I'd like to forget.
Hey!
Hey.
good one.
Headline.
Oh, that's fine.
Headline Cats. One memory I'd like to forget.
Well,
Anything else? What about? Did it,
they had like whenever you go to hug or affection or not hug, hug. They don't hug. They just move with your
They
the
nuzzle.
heads. Yeah,
Called nuzzling.
nuzzle.
They nuzzle each other?
Everybody
Oh, that's
nuzzles.
weird.
So we were all doing that after the movie, nuzzling each other.
You were. Interesting.
I mean, it wasn't weird.
We're all nuzzling in the theater.
You admit it weird.
I did it maybe a couple times.
Like even strangers, you just walk up to
Oh
somebody.
no,
Nuzzle them.
just the friend group.
You don't nuzzle strangers.
Never
Yeah.
nuzzle a stranger.
Might get like punched in the face.
Those are words for life. You don't nuzzle strangers.
Okay. But yeah, it was. I'd give that movie the least rating it could get. I don't know.
Negative infinity.
The least
and
rating.
Beyond.
A 1?
A 1, sure. I don't know if I can go negatives.
We're giving it stars or numbers?
Stars,
On Letterboxd.
4 stars, 1 star?
1 star.
Half a star.
One star. Yeah,
Maybe
you can
negative.
half a star on Letterboxd.
Half a star.
I half a starred that rascal.
Yeah.
I asked this.
I didn't know I could do that.
I tweeted this reviewer that I follow on /film, And I said, as a reviewer, do you have to stay through a movie? Do you feel compelled to stay as a reviewer? Or have you ever walked out? He said, if I'm reviewing it, yes, I force myself to stay no matter what.
I mean, that makes sense. You gotta.
He says, but I have walked out of movies before, just in life. He said maybe one or two, but not many. And I haven't either. Like, I'm not going to buy a ticket. I'm like, this is going to be a terrible movie. I would say Cats is like the first movie I ever was like, I know this is going to be bad, but I'm going to grin and bear it and maybe just make fun of it. I couldn't even stay to make fun of it.
If I didn't have all the people with me, I would have probably got up too. But yeah, I'd give it a 1/2. No, not 1/2 star.
1/2 star.
And also, the cats were freakishly small randomly, like the proportion. Like one moment they're like normal size, then
weirdly small.
they were
like all the props were tiny, right? Like super huge.
Yeah, and then at some point, but then at some points it's like normal. It was weird like that. Like they were on railroad.
I had a hard time adjusting to scale.
They were on railroad tracks, just walking.
They were on railroad tracks.
They were. I couldn't say that word right.
She had to calm down slow. Railroad tracks.
Walking like cats walking railroad tracks, and it didn't look right.
Cats walking on tracks.
Like the tracks were a little too big.
Freakishly small. Like they looked way too small on those tracks.
Yeah, I think I saw a picture of one sitting in like a chair at a dining room table or something.
Yeah.
And the chair was like massive, and the cat had like a mouse on it or something.
Yeah.
Yes. Was a mouse?
Like the size of a mouse, I meant.
It was too. They had a hard time adjusting the scale properly, it looked like.
Yeah, that was
even like the first couple sequences I saw, I was like, he looks really too small. One small cat.
And also, you know what else I didn't like about the movie? I didn't understand the plot at all. I had no idea what was going on.
What is going on here?
Something about
really
angelic.
Apparently, these cats need to rent.
They're all reaching for this one goal to be an angelic cat, whatever that means, and it doesn't explain that. And then they get inside this
maybe you just didn't understand
hot air balloon, and Jennifer Hudson becomes the angelic cat, and she goes away.
Isn't there a cat called Jellico or something?
So they're
Jellico?
dying?
Jellico.
I don't know.
They're trying to get to like cat heaven?
So, I guess.
Do they have to kill all 9 of their lives?
Something 9 lives. Maybe that was involved. But like,
Kate Hudson she was running real low.
It's just a movie about cats committing suicide 9 times over.
Probably.
I want to be an angelic cat. I want to end this existence. This terrible cat's life.
Oh my!
Want a better life?
Hey, my cats have good lives.
Maybe that meant like symbolizing like to sending from a street cat to like a house.
Maybe I don't know. Idris
in a hot air balloon.
Idris Elba played the antagonist cat, like he was the evil cat, and he had powers, which was really weird.
He had powers?
Yes.
Like what?
Like he could disappear you, and he could disappear, and
he could disappear you,
or not disappear you.
Like he was a mob member.
Like he could snatch you and make you disappear into another, like transport you.
I'm so confused. What is he doing?
No, like
he would grab them and then
he doesn't have to grab you. He would just talk seductively, or not seductively.
And
maybe
he would disappear.
Like he'd be like, say something real deep, and then he'll just kind of go like that. Like
he would go
move his hands,
like he would do jazz hands.
You know
and
what I'm saying, Deej? You know what I'm saying? I don't have to explain it.
I really
jazz
don't.
hands you away.
You don't?
I don't know what you.
Well,
maybe the wind from the jazz hands.
No.
Jazz paws.
Cats, no.
Jazz
Some
paws.
of the cats had powers, like a magician cat.
Those are called powers.
Dancer cat. Powers.
She doesn't even know what to do.
I don't know what to do now because every time I say something, he says
basically, so we get down to it. It's the weirdest movie ever.
It really, yes.
So what you're saying is Cat sucks.
Of 2019. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, it sucked. I wish I would have knew.
So, but that's
I did.
I didn't
I
know.
never even watched it.
I honestly
it was
had
just
no
too
idea.
weird. It's like, I watch sci-fi, sci-fi channel movies, and it's like some movies are like so bad they're fun to make fun of.
Yeah.
But this was like freakishly weird, and it wasn't fun to make fun of to me, except for now.
It was fun a little bit. Like when we were in the theater, we clapped, we stood up and clapped and was like, woo!
You did?
Just messing around,
At
being
what point?
stupid.
So was there anyone else in the theater?
Yes, like maybe 6 people super mad at us. Or should I say, never mind.
What?
Super angry.
So did you stand up and clap in the middle of the movie?
Mm-hmm. We sat back down real quick because Amy's like, y'all are so
At
embarrassing.
what point did you stand up and clap? May I ask?
We did it twice.
Wow.
Meow, I ask.
meow, you shall have the answer. That's not good at all. That was a stretch.
I want it right now.
Maybe in the middle of the movie, me and Kaylee kind of sort of got up real quick.
Did you have
and we
perfect timing?
And then at the ending, we clapped. When Jennifer Hudson went into the air, when that hot air balloon.
When she became an angelic cat.
When she became an angelic cat. So
on her last attempt to go to heaven.
Yeah. So
Sounds like it's like a dark movie.
She was like
it's a dark like Cats is kind of like a dark story, but it's about cats. And it's like I can't take you seriously because I just
and like
I love cats.
You know how they make
but
the
these are like
demon
demon cats.
Some of them are rude
with human faces hovering on these bodies.
They're like meow.
So weird.
You're like
it wasn't my I don't know best choice.
Well, they don't need to remake that ever again.
The fact that you said the play wasn't that good, I don't know what made. I don't know what I was thinking.
It's
honestly,
made millions, if not billions, of dollars. I don't know.
Well, it's been running forever.
It's like one of the longest running plays ever.
That's really weird. Maybe they like to dress up as cats. Like
nobody's actually seeing it anymore. They just get out there on the stage and do it.
Yeah,
it's their life.
But I found this according to Insider on MSN. It says 80s movies being resurrected whether you like it or not.
Okay.
Ever seen Clue?
I love Clue.
Okay, I have never seen that movie. I've heard of it, though.
It's one of my favorites. I love that movie.
Is it?
It's been forever since I've seen it. It's on Netflix, I think.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Because if it is, I'll watch it.
Tim Curry?
Tim Curry. He's the only one I really know from it. I'm sure there's others.
You said these are 80s or 90s?
It says 80s movies. 80s blockbusters.
Oh, blockbusters
so they're
are
redoing
good.
Clue?
That's what it says.
Oh, you can't mess with Clue.
Being remade with Ryan Reynolds in one of the leading roles.
What?
He's being reunited with Deadpool screenwriters for the remake.
Is he going to be like...
Oh, Christopher Lloyd was in it.
Yeah, there you go. I knew there was somebody else I recognized. The rest of them, they were like 80s stars.
I could see that. Ryan Reynolds? Anybody? Anybody like Ryan?
I like
right.
Ryan Reynolds.
He's okay. He's
Okay,
just
wait.
always the same character.
He's Ryan Reynolds.
He's Ryan Reynolds in every movie.
Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool.
Yes.
Okay. I get him and Gosling
Ryan
mixed
Gosling.
up. I don't know why.
Well, they're two attractive Ryans. One
just get 'em
doesn't
mixed
speak
up.
near as much as the other. Ryan Gosling pretty much just
He's quiet, right?
sulks and looks pretty.
Okay.
If
He's
your name is Ryan or Chris in Hollywood, you pretty much got it made.
Okay. That's true. Okay.
Escape from New York being remade.
Never seen that.
Wow.
Snake Plissken. Wasn't that his name?
Probably something like that.
These are okay.
I
These
think I
are
just
Gabby,
watched
these
it the
are
other day,
80s
With
movies,
Kurt Russell.
right?
For the third time. 80s blockbusters.
I
being
know.
resurrected.
I know. I said it.
So these are
It's more rhetorical than anything.
80s,
Like
right?
that means I'm not going to know a bunch of these.
Probably not, because you're just a child. You're just a child.
I mean, I've seen a lot of 80s movies, and we're both from the same
Yeah.
period.
All the Star Wars movies are from the 80s.
Well,
Take
you
that
know,
back. First Star
you
Wars.
do
Yeah.
realize that I started watching Star Wars maybe 4 years ago.
I know. We've had this discussion.
I know, but I feel like you don't really comprehend that.
I do comprehend.
It is kind of mind-blowing.
I'm telling you, I didn't grow up watching Star Wars as a
What
child.
did you grow up watching?
I don't know.
I'm
Lifetime,
Wow.
Alvin and the Chipmunks,
You're like Char.
Jurassic Park.
I mean, I'm 25, and I've been watching Star Wars for like 21 years.
See, that's like
His whole life.
all the horror movies ever.
Except for when he was 2.
Like, I remember owning like the original VHS tapes.
Oh,
And I used to pop them in as a kid and just lay there and watch them.
Yeah.
okay. I
Neither.
watch VHS tapes, but not like Star Wars. Like I like all the like Gremlins. I watch Gremlins. The
Now, see, I didn't watch Gremlins till like a month
what was the
ago.
other movie? Goonies. Yeah,
Never
I
seen it.
showed
I
grew up
him
watching
Gremlins.
Gremlins, too.
Like all
Never seen
those
it.
kind of movies I watched.
The second one was the best.
Of Gremlins?
No, Foss. That's a
Really?
hard Foss.
I love the second one.
Wait,
It's
how about-
much better.
wait,
First
wait.
one's
Really?
First one's so contained. The second one, you got this whole building. It's just awesome.
Okay,
It's funny.
I need to rewatch.
It's more funny, I
Part
think.
2. Is that same characters in it? I can't remember.
The same two main actors,
Okay, good. Because I'm gonna have to
Phoebe
rewatch
Cates and whatever the other guy's name is. I don't know.
In 1989, we went to New York City, and apparently they were filming Gremlins 2 in this spot we walked right past. It was like a
that. Oh,
cemetery.
that's cool.
That's what they told us, and I remember that.
A cemetery?
I've never seen Gremlins 2, so I don't know. I I can clearly remember what this was in my mind. I just need to watch Gremlins 2 to see if I remember the
whole
location.
movie takes place in a skyscraper. The only part of the cemetery I can think of is when they were filming a TV show of this old guy that was like dressed like Dracula, and he had like his own talk show or whatever. And I think he was standing in a cemetery, but it looked like a film set, not a cemetery. I don't know.
Well, they were filming something in New York City in 1989.
John Glover's in it.
Really?
Yeah. Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Was he in part 1?
No.
Okay, no. Never mind. I thought I saw him in part 1 too.
Have you ever seen Splash?
No.
With Tom Hanks.
Yes.
And Daryl Hannah.
No, I haven't.
She's a mermaid?
No.
Well, they're remaking that. Starring. Now, it was like 2 months ago, so things may change.
Why are they making
Channing Tatum as the mermaid?
No way.
Wait,
gender
I'm
swap
sorry,
remake.
what? Channing Tatum as a mermaid?
It says he's set to play a merman. A merman.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
the farthest me and Paige go is the 13th year.
The 13th year? I can relate.
Disney original movie.
Yes. Oh my God, I love that movie.
He started crawling on the ceiling. Man, what?
That was
okay,
good.
y'all lost
That was
me.
good stuff right there.
That was like early
2000s.
Early 2000s.
The 13th year?
Yeah, it came on Disney Channel.
What is that?
Like when he turned 13, well, he like got dropped off by his mermaid mom. And these people raised him, and then when he turned 13, he started getting like mermaid
like
powers.
puberty, but mermaid puberty.
Puberty?
Puberty. Like he started getting scales, and then he could like stick to the ceiling and walls. And
Wait, what's that word again?
Puberty.
Sometimes my country come out and I say words weird.
Boy, you done hit that mermaid puberty.
Puberty. Puberty.
Puberty. Pubic hair.
I knew how to...
Puberty.
Puberty.
Did you just say pubic hair?
I did
yes,
say
he
pubic
did say
hair.
that.
That's clinical. We can leave that in.
It's clinical, definitely.
Okay. Number 5. Masters of the Universe. Anybody?
No.
He-Man.
Starring
God,
Noah
this sucks.
Centineo.
Not Noah.
Starring who?
Oh, now you're
Okay,
interested.
I like
what?
Noah. He's a good actor.
Noah Centineo. He's the guy from like
P.S. to all the
P.S. I
boys I
Love
loved before.
You, to all the boys I love before.
It's a Netflix original film.
Just look on Netflix for original movies. He's in it.
He was in. Did you ever watch Austin and Ally on Disney
Nope.
Channel? I watched that.
I stopped watching Disney Channel whenever...
I thought it was Allie and AJ.
No,
that
that's
was
a
a show.
movie.
This Allie and Austin is a
It's
whole other show.
It was. Well, they both started out on Disney Channel.
Oh.
Now they're doing their own thing.
Allie and Austin, was that like they had like a band or something, right?
Yeah, but they were in a
So
movie.
Austin is the guy you're talking about?
No,
Oh.
there was a guy on the show named Dallas,
Oh, yeah, I get it.
and you never ever would have thought he would become this famous person, which Noah is his name, and now he's like doing really good, like movie wise. So I mean, you don't know him, but I guess if you see him, maybe you'll know him. I don't know.
Maybe.
He's in a lot of Netflix originals that came out this year.
Oh, the Austin guy. He's the one that he
He's
did
a singer.
Well, yeah, but he did that movie. My friend Dahmer. I think he plays Jeffrey Dahmer, like in school. Anyway,
Weird.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I think it's a Netflix movie actually.
Is that a prequel?
Yeah, it's my friend
Dahmer in
Dahmer. It's
school?
about the guy that goes to school with him, and it just kind of shows
Like his perspective.
how he was
Oh, okay.
in
Yeah.
school. But
Like,
Austin guy, I think he plays Dahmer.
Right. Noah became more popular or more famous than Austin and the chick.
Nobody cares.
Keep going. Keep going.
Nobody cares.
Well, I'm just saying he was in which movie though?
Fly the Navigator.
Is that
Fly.
the? Is it,
Wow.
Fly the Navigator.
Oh, this is a new
You ever
movie.
seen that?
nope.
Fly the Navigator was one of my favorite movies growing up.
Okay. You know what I think? I need a picture to these movies, like a thumbnail. I think I'll
The
know.
little robot sitting behind him.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
And they had like this ship that like shape shifted.
Never mind.
It was
I
like
know
the
that
T-1000.
Yeah. He kind of
Or
looks like
2000?
that. That looks.
3000. The T-800 was the original Terminator, right?
Did you like E.T. growing up?
Yeah.
Not really.
I
didn't like E.T.?
E.T. I watched it. I remember watching it, but I didn't really.
Fine.
It was kind of boring.
Oh, that's another movie I grew up watching, but
They're remaking
that made me
Dune.
think of that.
Dune? Anybody?
I know
Dune?
the movie. I don't really. I've never watched it.
Never
myself.
heard.
I tried
of
watching
it.
the original movie like
Dune.
a long time ago.
What's that guy's
and
name?
It was super weird.
Some guy from Twin Peaks and
David Lynch starred Kyle MacLachlan.
Kyle MacLachlan.
Yes.
I think he
Sting?
was in. Sting.
Patrick Stewart.
Sting
Oh, yeah.
sounds really familiar.
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart was in it.
Wow.
The new remake set to premiere in 2020 looks equally as good. equally.
Was the movie good?
No.
I thought the movie bombed.
Let's see. And Scarface? Anybody? Scarface?
Oh, I know
I mean,
Scarface.
everybody knows Scarface.
Yes,
But I mean,
I had the
I
had the DVD.
I've
all I
never
know
seen
is
it.
the phrase.
Scarface is one of the movies I never really liked, but it was always
Well,
on.
it's like uber violent, right?
Yeah,
It's a lot of Uber everything.
it's just macho like
he
and
dies by
just lots
snorting a
of.
giant pile of coke on his desk and then going out in a gun battle.
My dad used to watch it all the time.
You know what what's the catchphrase or tagline or big quote?
So you know the quote, but you've never seen the movie.
Oh yeah.
Say hello to my little friend.
That's
He's
really
got two
crazy.
Tommy guns on each hand.
That's crazy that I don't know that. I haven't seen the movie. No.
Wow.
All right. Well, on to our main topic of discussion.
Okay.
We've
Go
killed
for it.
enough time.
Yeah, you know you like to kill time, so
Well, it's a good time.
I feel like we killed a lot of time.
It's not killing time. It's like those are like blockbusters people may be
No,
interested
it's fine.
in.
It's a podcast. You can
It
talk.
is fine. Thank you.
It's so fine.
All right. Rise of Skywalker.
can't stand him.
Skywalker.
The Rise of Skywalker, or the Rise
Starring
of
No
the
Doubt.
No. Rise of Skywalker or the Rise of the Skywalkers.
It's Rise of Skywalker.
No, there's no plural.
I know. I just wanted to say that
It's
because I thought it was the plural version at first.
all right. Star Wars: Rise of the Skywalkers.
No.
Because
Rise
there's
of
more
the
than one.
Skywalkers.
All right. Overall thoughts.
Amazing.
Okay.
I loved it.
Okay.
Very much.
I enjoyed it as well.
I think the way they concluded it was awesome. It was great. It was amazing. I loved it.
Okay. Deej.
I've got mixed feelings. For the most part, love for the movie.
Gops.
I thought I liked it very much.
You liked it?
Liked it.
You didn't love it?
I loved it.
Because you told me when we exited the theater, you loved it.
I believe I said it was freaking awesome.
I think you said that, and it warmed my heart.
the cockles.
Mine as well. The cockles
The
of my heart.
cockles of my heart. Okay. Let's start talking about it.
I'm waiting.
Okay, what did you think?
Where should we start?
Let's start
I don't
talking
know.
about
How
it.
do
and
we
you ask me
start
what
about
I think.
I guess that's how you do it with me, though. You'll be like, what do you think
Go.
about it? So I'm not sure.
Talk.
Like, how do we start talking about it?
How do we start talking about it?
I
Do
know
we
we've
get into
always
the
usually
plot,
like
or-
started out like how it begins and kind of move through it.
I mean,
And
we
then,
already
like,
know what
the
it's-
first like third of the movie, and then we just kind of go off from there. I mean, we never really stick to the whole plot, really.
Well, let's get to
yeah.
the main parts of the plot. I mean, or things you didn't like or did like, that kind of stuff.
Sure. There you go. Things you liked.
Go.
How did you feel about the secondary characters? Because there's big hullabaloo about that on the internet.
The secondary, like Rose,
Yes.
I think they did enough Rose in this movie. I think it was perfect
but
amount.
You better watch. You better watch out. You better not cry.
Ain't nobody care about Rose.
Okay, sorry. Just real quick.
Oh my
Just
God. You don't know who Rose is,
refresh
do
my
you?
memory one more time.
She was the one in this movie. The last.
She was the one
little,
with Finn.
The little Asian
Yeah.
chick? Okay,
The one with
that's what
Finn.
I was making sure.
I will tell you.
Tycho?
The one with Finn.
Okay.
Tico. Rose Tico.
Why are people... What's wrong? Like, she
Well,
wasn't...
the Last Jedi, they
Because
were
people like to get angry about everything no matter what. You
Yes.
cannot please them.
the Last Jedi. They'd said she was unnecessary character. Nobody like. Oh, we don't need her. Now they're saying there wasn't enough of her.
Oh, yeah, I didn't need her.
Her,
that
right there.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
We're watching the Last Jedi in the background. By
we
the way,
podcast.
it's on silent, but it's playing.
I honestly think she had...
She had
enough.
the dumbest line ever in Last Jedi,
Correct.
which was something to do with basically, if you have love, you don't have to worry about nothing. It'll fix everything. What was the line, DJ? You remember everything.
We don't win wars by
Guns.
by the killing people. We win
guns.
people. I don't remember. It was just
Win
dumb.
wars with love.
I think her
Pretty much.
FaceTime was pretty okay in this movie.
She was a
was a
secondary character
Like-
Perfect
right
amount.
where she belongs.
Secondary
I mean,
character.
This
it's-
is the
it's fine.
conclusion of a trilogy
Saga.
/ all 9 movies they kept touting. So, hey, let's focus on the main characters.
Yeah.
I have nothing against the actress.
Don't care.
She's all right.
Sure.
This movie had enough screen time of her.
Yes, they
Yes.
did.
The second movie, she was introduced in the second movie. She
Yeah.
was not in The Force Awakens.
Not important.
Yeah.
She had a huge part in The Last Jedi.
Yeah,
way
they went
more than
rode
she
horses.
needed. We're trying to end a whole 9 movie trilogy. We don't need to focus on
Who was
her.
Rose?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have nothing against her,
She
but
just
I don't care.
happened to
You don't-
click with Finn, and
You don't give a lot of screen time to the person introduced in the 8th of 9th movies.
yeah,
The
I agree with that.
Maz Kanata. Didn't get much of her. Didn't need her.
Perfect amount.
Perfect amount. She was a secondary character. Thus the term secondary.
She had good
in it.
parts. She gave Chewie his medal, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Bravo.
So clap for that. They
Yeah.
did
Finally
awesome.
got it.
yeah,
Felt good for Chewie.
Yeah.
That was a good part. That was a good thing for her to do. She likes Chewie. I like that Wookiee. One of my favorite lines.
Kerry Russell, bit part. Fine.
Perfect amount. Didn't even see her face.
Perfect amount. Never saw her eyes.
It's all right. That was it.
That's all
I think I
needed.
felt like it was good. Like that's
Yeah. I like
That's
her
all
little
she
back
needed.
and forth with Poe. I think that was all
Yeah.
good. I mean,
This movie focused on
the
Kylo,
Skywalkers.
Rey, Finn, and Poe. That's what we
main
needed.
4.
Leia died halfway through. 2/3 through. A third through.
No, almost the ending.
Was it? Oh yeah,
I would
guess
say
so.
about the second half or the second third. Second third. What is that?
the beginning of the third act.
There you go.
Okay.
Or the ending of the
That's a
second.
little complex.
Somewhere in
I don't know.
between
I mean,
Something like that.
do we say spoiler alert? Spoiler alert.
No, it's.
I like
He'll
to
put
say it.
spoilers on the.
I know it's
podcast
just fun to
itself.
say. Spoiler alert.
okay.
No.
No, go ahead, say it.
No, I'm waiting for you to.
Oh,
What were you
I was
gonna
gonna say spoiler alert. Well, where was I going with this? I was gonna say
We
Leia
don't know.
dies. Obviously, we know this, but I was skipping right to the ending. Like,
Skipping right to the
Leia
ending.
dies for the second time.
well, she died and then she died again.
She re-died.
She re-died. Like,
The second death.
I think
She was tossed into the bit of fire.
the
why
fact.
didn't she come back this time?
Oh, you
Why
know.
did she force herself back away?
No, you know what?
Force?
I was actually talking about something
The
else.
Force.
I wasn't talking about last episode. I was talking about her dying and her little being in her bed. And then when
Yeah, I was too.
Leia and Kylo Ren connected, then she
What if she just said, "I need to go lay a
she
disappear
finally
a second."
disappeared and died. from-
What'd you say?
I said, what if she just said, I need to go lay it down for a second?
That was so wow.
What?
That would have been an unnecessary pun. And nobody would have got it.
I wanted to see the
I need to
director's
go.
cut.
What is she, Italian all of a sudden? I need to go and lay it
I need
down.
to go lay it down for a second. Huh?
Are you Italian now?
Solo. I'm going to lay down by myself. Solo.
I need to go and lay it down a solo.
You're so stupid.
Hey, he was in it. That was an unexpected
Oh,
surprise.
that was
Han
unexpected.
Solo.
Yeah.
And I think that was the perfect little
Yeah, it was.
little
It was
scene with him and
good.
Kylo.
Did y'all expect
Closure.
I mean, just wondering.
I enjoyed that
Kylo
closure.
to turn back good.
Yeah.
You did expect that?
It's the rise
kinda
of Skywalker.
I felt that too.
He's
I
the
just,
Skywalker.
he had so much pain. I don't know.
Well, I knew that he couldn't be
Back with the resistance.
like he wasn't
Or
gonna be like
with the
buddies
resistance.
with everybody at the end.
Yeah.
But I thought he would redeem himself in some sort of sacrificial way, as he did.
Yeah.
But before we get into all that,
Before we get into everything we've already
we're
said,
getting
Before we get
into
into
it, Gobs.
Okay.
We're getting into it.
we're already in it.
okay,
Yeah.
so let's say, so if you were to cover the bases, acting, like by acting, by cheesy,
I didn't get no
I
bad
felt like
acting
the
in this
acting
movie.
was fine. Or
Domhnall
is it-
Gleeson is a little cheesy to me.
Who?
Yeah.
Wait, who?
But his whole character is kind of cheesy.
He is pretty
Oh,
cheesy.
Hux. Okay.
Hux. I liked the other
He's
bad
okay.
guy that was the
He was a good
This
bad
guy's
guy.
Name.
The
I
one
feel like I
who-
should know his name. Not the
Richard
character.
General Pride, Richard
Yeah.
E. Grant.
Richard E. Grant. There you go.
He was good.
He sounds like a Civil War general or something.
Chewbacca Junis Suotamo. I guess that's the new Chewie.
Chewbacca, yeah. Blonde basketball player from another country.
Lando came back.
No, yeah. That
Lando was
fun.
good.
Were you happy to see Lando?
Lando
was.
could have been super cheesy. But he was good. He
I
was
think
all right.
he was. Guess what? A premier character in the last 2/3 of the original trilogy,
About the same time when Leia died.
and he had just enough in this one.
Yeah. What about
Babu
Babu Frick?
Frick?
Babu Frick. He was awesome.
What do you think
Who?
about Babu
Say it
Frick?
again now.
The little cute.
Oh, he was adorable. He was like awesome. I loved him. Yeah.
Popped up in the little
Everybody who has like baby looking body features.
Just tiny little
So
person.
adorable.
Snap Wexley,
Oh. Too soon, Gabby.
Wait, who?
He's the one that got his head chopped off
the
in it.
big TIE fighter. No, this is
Oh,
the big
wait.
TIE fighter guy.
Oh.
The one that was like,
I get
That
the
is-
name.
it's still too soon.
We need to be more positive. He's like, this terrific.
This
Things
is
are going
terrific.
great.
It couldn't get better than what it is right now.
yeah. Okay, I remember now.
But he gets shot down in the
He kind of had a
battle.
Porkins moment.
I didn't realize he got killed.
Yeah, his little TIE fighter blew up. Okay, so that was weird. So I'm not going to explain the movie detail, but because if they're listening to this,
Wedge Antilles.
missed it.
You missed it?
I
Wait.
missed it.
That's why I said it was Wedge Antilles. I looked over at you and I was like throwing my head back and forth. I was like, what? Where'd he come from? He had like gray hair.
He was in it?
Yes.
I did not see him.
Oh man.
Wait.
I don't remember what part it was. He was like, I can't remember if he's in a ship already or if they were like before they got in the ships.
It's like the names are all. I'm trying to remember all
I'm
the
looking
names.
at IMDb, and
IMDb is great with character
he's not
names.
in it for. Oh wow! Oh
gonna
wow!
have to
Yeah,
look that
he's
up.
way down the list.
But he's in it, right?
Dennis Lawson.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it. I did not know that.
Yeah, man, it was like for a split second, like you would have missed it if you just blinked. I just happened to see it and I was like, was that
Who
what I
is
thought it
Kai
was?
Threnali?
Huh?
Says voice Matthew Wood, Kai Threnali, and right before that's Darth Vader, James Earl
Wait,
Jones. Apparently
Kai?
he was a Sith.
Kai Threnali was a Sith?
I don't know. He just mentioned the same strokes as Darth Vader and Snoke.
Well, they're at the end.
Anakin Scott Hayden Christensen was in there.
Yeah, all the voices at the end. With Rey, there was a ton of people. There was
Olivia
Ahsoka Tano.
Dabo.
There was a Sanatoko. There was the other guy from
Ahsoka
Rebels.
Tano.
The guy from Rebels, the Jedi that was training, what's his name?
Kanan.
Kanan. That was him. He was in it.
Kanan. Freddie
Kanan.
Prinze Jr.
Yeah. All of them were in it.
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson.
Just-
Mace Windu.
you guys,
what?
real quick.
Lin
Okay.
Manuel Miranda was in
For
it. too.
one, do y'all say Palpatine or Palpatine?
Palpatine.
Neither one of those you said.
Palpatine.
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 Like saltine?
Well, for some reason,
Palpatine.
I went to there's a word called Paladin.
No.
Paladin?
No,
I mean, some people
Palatine.
would say Palpatine, but
But like
I would say Palpatine.
Paul, like Paul,
It's Palpatine.
Palpatine.
Is it Pal?
Anyways,
Palpatine.
Palpatine, whatever. My point, actually,
Palpatine.
Emperor Palpatine.
I like extra
Has he
Palpatine in
been
my orange
the
juice.
emperor for
Palpatine
all
fiction.
other
Yeah.
the dude
Same guy.
Ian?
Yes, Ian McDermott.
What?
Ian
Since-
McDermott.
What? That's kind of
Since
cool.
the very first movie.
That's actually pretty cool.
Okay.
Anyways, I thought that was neat.
So I forgot where we were went down on that wormhole of names.
We're talking about the name. We were talking about all the characters in it.
Okay. So yeah, it was good to see Han. It's good to see Londo. Palpatine
Londo.
Lando.
Palpatine Lando.
Ian McDermott.
So you guys like Adam Driver?
Yeah.
I love him.
I liked his arc. I liked his character arc. I liked how it resolved.
Yes.
I would say he's probably the best actor in this movies.
Oh, definitely.
He's an amazing
Besides-
actor.
I mean, he
Besides who?
conveys.
Han, obviously.
Well, he conveys the
Like-
internal turmoil and
Yeah. Like, he doesn't have to say anything. You can just kind of see it on every
His facial
reaction.
expressions are so
Hey, look, he's
good. Oh. Do you think he's attractive?
That's a wide boy.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
He does have a boxy body. Oh,
He didn't take a shirt off in this one.
I know, but I think he is a highly attractive man. I think he is.
What about Daisy Ridley? What do y'all think about her?
I think she's pretty.
She does really
I'm not
good.
talking about attractiveness.
Oh. No, I think
I like her. Is this like her first movies?
I
No,
think she
it's not
had
very
a
well
few
for
other
It's not
very,
what?
very small parts or very small movies before this.
I've
But The
never
Force
seen her
Awakens was her
before.
first big one. I mean, yeah, I've never seen her in anything besides The Force Awakens and The Orient Express. But she had some small parts.
I don't know how I feel about her yet. Like as an actress, like as in the Star Wars,
She seemed pretty good in The Orient
I mean,
Express.
she's good. Rey found out. Okay, her parents. The
Right.
flashback.
So she is Palpatine's
Originally,
daughter, or
in Last
Palpatine.
in Last Jedi, they didn't
Granddaughter.
know they were gonna do that, right? Or did they?
We don't know.
Oh, because I thought she didn't have any parents in Last
Apparently from
Jedi.
these-
Well,
movies-
there's two different directors.
That's really confusing. Like you can't be doing that.
It doesn't appear there was like a general overall story.
There wasn't a roadmap.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You did say
And
that.
of course, depending on who you ask, different people say different things, and it just goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Nobody's happy. Not everybody. This movie is 58% on Rotten Tomatoes, meaning
That's really low.
I know, but 50,
Not audience.
but that
Yeah.
still means 58 out of 100 critics liked it. So it's more
It's
that
half,
liked it
more than
that
a half.
didn't like it.
Right.
Yeah,
But my God, if you look on Twitter or anything else, everybody's just
hating it
why do people that hate things speak the loudest?
because they're idiots.
But that's what I'm saying.
I hate that you said that.
I know you said.
I've watched 3 reviewers on YouTube that all had 2 out of 3 of them loved it.
2 out of 3.
That like really know Star Wars. That really like Star Wars.
That's 66%.
66%. One of them didn't like it. They also didn't like The Last Jedi. So I really don't know what they want.
Exactly.
Like, what do you want? Like, what do you expect?
And one of them liked The Last Jedi. One of them liked this movie.
Yeah.
Force Awakens.
One of them, I'm sorry, 2 of the 3 hated The Last Jedi.
Oh,
But one of them liked this one. One of them didn't.
that's weird.
And then one of them liked both.
Force Awakens, I thought JJ did good at combining the old with the new, bringing it all back, getting us caught back up.
Yeah, it was just a good
Tatooine? Is
entry
that how you say
into
it?
the trilogy.
It was.
Just a nice.
Sorry, that was random.
Look-
What'd you say?
Huh?
No, it wasn't random. I said Tatooine. Is that how you say it?
Tatooine.
Tatooine. Okay. Brought it back like, Force
Last
Awakens.
Jedi was not what I was expecting, but I didn't hate it.
Yeah, that was the whole point of the movie. It was
I thought
wasn't
it was
what
funny.
you were expecting.
That was the whole point. Well, it was so very subversive.
subservient.
subversive.
There you go.
What about-
Luke? I thought I wish Luke had been more like he was in Return of the Jedi in
Right.
Last Jedi. But instead, he's like cracking jokes and saying he don't want to be a Jedi and hates his life. Like, that's not what I want to hear
I
from.
thought it was more because he was so humiliated that he failed with
But what
Kylo.
did he fail at? Oh, that's right.
He felt
Like,
like
he
Kylo,
felt like
his
he
whole
failed.
Jedi
But
Academy
see, he
was
didn't in
killed.
Rise of
Yes.
Skywalker because
I know, but I'm saying like he felt like it was like that's a that's a lot to
like he
take
failed.
on, you know?
But just because you're a Jedi, that's why it's like they say, "Oh yeah, that's not Luke," but he's a human.
Yes,
Right?
That's what I'm saying. Like
He-
people expect too much.
Yeah, just because you're a Jedi, don't mean you're perfect. Yeah, he
Yeah.
But you're not
felt
supposed to have emotion. That's like number one.
False.
that's the
That's
only
the number one rule of being a Jedi.
Gabi,
There's
that's
no
the
emotion,
prequel trilogy.
There's only peace.
the
But
prequel
peace-
trilogy. After
peace has
I'm
emotion.
just reading
I
the
know,
code.
I know
Has
the
emotion.
code.
You know the code?
I know the code.
That's stupid
There is no
code.
emotion. There is peace.
There should have
I know
been Grey
that.
Jedi.
So what is
But I'm
peace?
saying- All I'm saying is, in the OG trilogy, all the Jedi are wiped out, and then in the Legends, they didn't give a crap about that stuff.
I know.
Emotion was
Dumb.
fine. They got married. They had kids. Blah blah
And
blah.
how many midichlorians does Rey have?
A whole lot.
She got a whole bunch, but she gave some to Kylo. Okay, so
Hold on. Let's just end this. Let's just end this whole thing right here. Luke is human. He felt bad. He had all this failure. He had these doubts. He was
And Han
depressed.
Solo was one of his closest friends, so he. Sorry, I'm
Let
sorry.
DJ
I don't know where you're going with that.
You're going
But
off on a
anyway,
tangent.
he had an arc. Yeah, he could have been like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he failed. And he could have just kept going, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, he had something bad happen.
You know who else had an arc?
Who?
Noah.
That was. Oh my God. Continue, Deej.
Go on.
God, he said it, Deej. I didn't. Go.
Sure, we
Continue. Go.
Anyway, the second movie, yeah, it wasn't as good. He was depressed, blah, blah, blah. he had this bad arc. He was by himself. He gave up.
Bad arc.
And then he came back with the third one,
It sunk.
right?
He didn't
Yeah.
part in the right spots.
He turned around. He
was
said,
hard.
I was wrong.
He told
My
Ray
bad.
not to.
He
said,
told.
I was
"My bad."
completely
He
wrong.
said, "Do not hide. Do not shrink back in fear."
Look at Darth Vader. He did good for one movie.
Yeah.
Kind of going bad in the second movie. Third movie, he did terrible. Then he came back 3 movies later.
Threw him
Right?
down a shaft.
Threw the Emperor down a shaft. Kylo, he's been bad for 2 movies.
Yes.
Came back on the third one.
I was reading somewhere. Did I read somewhere? Did I read somewhere that? No, he did kill people. I was thought of reading somewhere that like, Kylo actually never like killed anybody, but he killed Han. And he killed,
Oh,
like,
that's what
lots
I
of
was
people.
talking about. Yeah, the other the comics that were just like released.
Yeah,
Kylo didn't actually
Killed the
destroy the school and kill all the Jedi that were
Right.
there. Palpatine
they
did.
were also saying that like some things apparently took place in what's the first person shooter game?
Oh, Battlefront?
No, the other one. No, like not PUBG. What's the other one?
What are you talking about? Call of Duty?
No,
First
not
person
PUBG.
shooter. I don't know what you're saying.
Not PUBG. Sorry, third
Fortnite.
person. Fortnite. Apparently,
okay.
there's a storyline in Fortnite that they applied to this movie that applied to part of the scroll. Crawl.
Scroll?
Scroll. The crawl and the scroll.
The crawl. There you
Crawl.
go. Scroll. I don't know what you were saying.
I just read somewhere they're like, there's part of the crawl has to do with something that happened
Scroll.
in Fortnite.
This is Marvel now all of a sudden.
And DJ says there's part of it that happens in the comics. I was like, I don't like all that.
Yeah.
Let's keep it to the movies. That's stupid. I disagree with them doing anything like that. If that happened, I don't know.
Because that's what I'm saying. If he didn't destroy the Jedi that were there at the school, he didn't kill anybody. I mean,
But he was like slaying dudes in the forest in the beginning of this movie.
Yes, he was.
yeah,
And he did kill his dad.
but they were guarding a Sith
That's true.
artifact. So,
But what about his dad? He did kill Han.
I think he
I'm not
had
saying he never did anything
so
bad.
much
Then
hate
Han
and
force ghosted
pain.
himself back into this movie.
I mean, he just has so much pain and suffering, and
So that excuses him.
no, but like you got to understand.
he was
gotta-
afraid.
But like, I don't know, he just had too much. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the highlights of this movie. Right?
Okay.
Ray
what
is a
about?
Palpatine. How do you feel?
I was shook.
You were shook. You didn't
She was
expect that.
shooketh.
Shooketh. Did not
I expected
know.
it because I had watched some YouTube guys talk about
If you
that.
wouldn't have watched it, you wouldn't expect
I understand,
it. I
but
didn't
I
watch
don't-
anything.
I don't.
But that's been a theory since the Force
Exactly.
Awakens.
It was like she's either Luke's daughter, Obi-Wan's daughter, or Palpatine.
I
Those are like the big
never
three.
thought Palpatine.
Or Yoda. She had green blood.
I always thought Luke.
Pointy ears. What if she's like comes out like Vulcan looking? We're like, oh, you're part Yoda.
Part Yoda.
Wait. What about when Kylo and Rey kissed? That was just so
hey,
beautiful.
I said, let's get the highlights. Stop.
Sorry, we didn't
Okay,
talk
Rey's a
about it.
Palpatine. Okay, the
Yeah,
fact
that wasn't really a big thing because I kind of figured that, like you said, it was one of those three people.
Right.
And then the second movie, he's like, "You're nobody," and I was like,
nobody.
"I was like, okay, that's acceptable.
Oh, but JJ disagrees.
That's fine. I'm good with
JJ
that."
had bigger
Third movie,
plans.
he's like, "You're a Palpatine." I'm like, okay, whatever. I mean, I wasn't shook.
How did you
I
feel
was.
about Palpatine being back?
All his clones.
We don't.
It was good. He's been there for all the other two trilogies. Why
I
not
mean,
the third one?
he created
Anakin.
Snoke.
Snoke. He
And
created
Anakin.
Snoke. But was he a clone? What was he?
We really don't understand if he was a clone
I didn't
or if
understand
he
that
was
part.
just being kept alive.
Well, that machine thing or whatever
He
thing.
was on all them IVs.
yeah, he was like held up by
yeah.
cables and
Then he
a
got
machine.
healed by the bonding of Kylo and Rey. That was weird.
Okay. What about?
No DJ in this movie. He didn't make
I'm
it
fine
back, but
with
he didn't
that.
need to be because he was only in the one movie.
We don't need him. What about the Kylo turn?
Oh, I loved it.
Expected it.
The redemption?
Yeah.
I knew, like, I didn't know how it was going to happen, but I wanted it to happen.
Okay.
But when it did happen,
I expected it.
my heart tugged.
Your heart swelled.
I expected it, and I liked
get
the
that
way it
checked out.
was.
I like that.
It was done.
I like
good.
that Leia was like, this is my last energy, basically, to save my son. And
So like Leia like calls him from across the beyond, uses
Yeah.
her last bit of energy,
yeah.
She
makes
said
him,
Ben, and then died.
and then he
Man.
like turns around and like, huh?
But then he gets killed,
And
or
Ray
not
uses
killed,
that split
stabbed,
second to
or
stab him.
laser sabered.
Okay. So the Kylo redemption, we liked it.
The Kylo redemption.
What
Kylo Ren
about
redemption. That should be like the Shawshank redemption.
the Kylo redemption? What about Rey's healing powers?
Baby Yoda did it.
We haven't seen them.
Baby
up until
Yoda
Baby
definitely
Yoda.
did it. So
I understand there's like these people saying all these new Force powers and stuff.
I know. I'm talking
I
about
know.
visually on the movie.
It was good to see it finally. In
I think it
action.
was cool.
I haven't watched any like Clone Wars. Well, I've watched some, but all of Clone Wars, Rebels, and whatever the new one is.
Yeah. I know
So
this is
they
all
might
this
be
stuff
in
is
there. I don't know.
non-canon now or whatever, but Force healing has been a part of the Jedi
Right.
thing forever. I mean,
As this
it's-
battle meditation.
Yes.
We haven't seen that yet,
I
though.
haven't seen that in action.
But Rey is apparently like able to heal. Okay, so Rey can heal things.
She's very powerful.
Force push,
She's a Palpatine.
Yeah.
lightsaber fight, shoot electricity from her fingers.
Yes. I don't think
force heal.
she has totally embraced her full power. That would
She
be
is
so cool.
Super strong.
But I like how she couldn't beat Kylo in that
Right.
last fight with him.
Oh yeah, she started
Because
getting
do you think
distracted.
that was because she force healed that snake?
Like you were saying, she kind of steadily got weaker and weaker.
No,
as it went
I
on.
don't think it's that, Gobs. I
don't
think
think it
she
was
just
that either.
started getting distracted. Like she started
I don't think it was distracted either. I
emotional.
think she
I
just
don't know. She just
she's
I
not
think
as
she-
experienced with fighting. As
I mean,
Kylo. She
Kylo-
shouldn't be able to just beat him outright.
But she
That's
beat him in
true.
the first one.
well,
Well, Kylo, maybe he got distracted.
there had to be some kind of fix to that.
She transferred her midichlorians to the snake.
And he didn't-
Everybody was
and
mad.
Look, he could have killed her, but he did not. He stopped.
Because she
And then
said-
it went to
because
Palpatine.
Leia said, Ben,
Well, and then Palpatine.
He wasn't going to kill her anyway.
I know, but
He wanted her to be with him.
kiss her.
He wanted her for her body.
Ooh,
My body.
he liked her.
Okay. So then the big Han shows up. Big Han shows up.
The big Han.
He kind of they like replay that whole scene from Force Awakens.
Basically, and he's like,
Except he
you need to
doesn't
help
kill him
me.
this time.
Except he doesn't. I kind of was worried he might like stab himself for some reason.
I thought he was going to kill himself too. I thought that.
Yeah.
That never crossed my mind, but I
It
didn't
kinda
think
crossed
he was
mine.
going to throw his lightsaber at it.
I didn't know. Like, why did he throw his lightsaber? Because he really needed that later.
Well, that was the symbol of his being a Sith. That was like his turn.
He's done being
This is my
on the
red
dark side.
lightsaber. I made this when I became Kylo.
Away with my red stick.
My red stick.
And then when I saw him trying to find Rey, running for her,
I start crying.
I don't know.
Did this movie make you emotional?
It, in some parts, yes. It made me emotional.
Well, I didn't expect it to be all the way through.
It made me emotional when I saw like all these people show up to help Poe
Yeah,
in
was
that
good.
fight.
That
Like
was
it was
very
like
Avengers
Marvel all
Endgame.
over again.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then it made me emotional. It did make me emotional when I saw Han and Kylo. Kind of, I don't know. And then I don't know. I kind of felt something.
There was a part early in the movie I got emotional, but I don't even remember what it was. And then I got emotional
It was
when
when
Leia
Dio
died.
showed up.
When Leia,
Dio.
when she had her last breath, I was kind of emotional.
Like when they covered Leia up with the blanket and they were all standing there, like I got emotional then. And I got emotional maybe at the end. But just because it was the end
The end of the saga.
of the movies I've been watching for 20-some years.
I got emotional when Ben smiled.
Oh yeah, when he smiled, I got emotional too because I've never seen him smile. Well, obviously he's full of hate, but it was nice.
He's not the smiling Jedi.
No.
I mean, Sith.
Never ever smiled.
The
Yeah.
smiling Sith.
And he smiled, and I was like, and then he died, and it's like,
He smiled, then died. So yeah. So
the way he died was like weird, kind of. Do you kind
Okay.
of think how he just fell back was kind of weird.
He's dead.
I mean, he just went bam.
You think he's
didn't-
going to go?
It wasn't a slow fall. It was like bam.
So Rey healed Kylo. Kylo turns to the light side finally. Then Rey goes to find Palpatine. Then Kylo's chasing her down. Palpatine like sucks the life out of both of them. She finally feels the force of all the Jedis that come before. She raises back up, kills Palpatine,
And then dies.
then she dies. She's like cold
That
dead.
took
Yeah.
all of the rest of her life.
It
Cold
took
dead.
all for energies.
Rey, Kylo, who apparently had like got thrown down the shaft, a la
Emperor.
Palpatine,
Yeah, yeah.
comes back up, resurrects Rey with his last bit of life.
Yeah.
They kiss, and for a moment he smiles. You're like, "What? They're
Yeah.
gonna get together?" And then
Yeah.
he dies. You're
Yes.
like, oh,
And he disappears. There ain't no,
Yeah,
there
he
ain't no healing him.
disappears.
He's
Yeah.
dead.
he gone.
Yeah. He
So-
becomes a force ghost.
And whenever you disappear, you're apparently a Jedi, Force ghost.
Mhm.
So he finally
So he joined the good guys.
joined the good guys. God, thank God.
What about like Luke as a Force ghost bringing the X-wing out of the water?
That was a nice throwback, I thought, to Empire.
It's interesting. I don't know.
Well, I just remember people like talking about in Last Jedi, they didn't expect like the Force ghost to be able to use abilities like
They didn't
that.
expect them to be able to like interact with like,
Right.
the physical world.
I wasn't sure if that was like, is that
And also-
okay?
But why not? Because it's never been said they couldn't.
They're part like the Force is everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
They're one with the Force. Why
Yeah.
could they
Yeah.
not?
And she got that thing going real quick. They dried it out, got the engines going.
Well, Luke's
be-
X-Wing had been sitting in the swamp for who knows
Oh,
how
yeah,
long while he
that's
was training
true.
with Yoda.
That's
And he
true.
got it up and
you don't think
he
about
just
those
took off.
details.
They need to put the X-wing in the Smithsonian. I feel like
Oh
Been a
no.
long way.
I wonder if it was the same X-Wing that was, I guess it had to be, right? That was in
I would
the
think
swamp
so.
in Dagobah?
I would think so.
Because
I
it's
think
been underwater for a long periods of time twice.
that poor shit.
Okay, wait. I just thought of something. You said the
Go
force is
ahead.
everywhere. So like Finn
It's all around you.
It's part of everything. Oh yeah, Finn
He
force sensitive. right?
feels the force. Like he knew when Rey died.
Maybe that's just hormones. He's like, I feel something.
I don't think it was horrible.
I don't think it was either.
He's a grown adult.
I'm in love.
And that one chick that there it all begins there. that one chick that Finn like related to that was a stormtrooper at one point.
Oh yeah.
They said she was significant. I read an article that said she was significant. I don't really know
To
how
what?
she was significant.
Like,
I don't
you
know.
mean significant to the story or
Yeah,
significant to Star Wars?
to the story, which I wasn't sure about. I didn't know if you guys had read anything about her.
I don't really understand how she was significant. She helped out,
Yeah,
but
but there was an article that said it wasn't. This is before I watched the movie, so
anybody that plays a role in a movie that does something is significant to
I
the
don't
plot.
know. It was, maybe that's what they meant.
So Snoke was
Babu
a creation
Frick was
of Palpatine.
significant.
Babu Frick was significant because he healed. I mean, he made C3PO tell the location of the
Yeah, he was significant.
cube thing.
Yeah,
Wow, the Wayfinder.
Wayfinder. So yeah, this
Anyway.
movie's got a lot going on. It's got lots of action. It's epic.
nonstop. Char said this was her favorite Star Wars movie,
That's what I'm
and she
talking
said
about.
it was because it was like just.
The
she said
wrap
the
up?
last the movie was kind of slow and
Slow,
boring.
right.
This one was just like nonstop. Something was happening.
Yes.
and it was awesome.
Yes. People complain about that.
Why?
People are idiots.
People said
Well-
there was a lot of MacGuffins, and there was somebody like what's that called? What's the word I'm thinking about? Where you exposition. There was too much exposition.
Yeah.
There was too much MacGuffins, plot holes.
Really, what it boils down to is it don't matter what you think. You either like it or you don't. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, great.
It doesn't
So what?
matter.
I
if
like
you
that
don't
they
like
ended it on Tatooine.
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 They didn't end it on Tatooine. Oh,
Yeah,
they
they
did.
did. Yeah, they did.
I was thinking they're on Endor.
God,
No, not Endor. Whatever the jungle planet
you almost
was,
you
where
really
they're all
tried to
celebrating.
shut me down there.
Oh yeah, well, they went to Tatooine at the end.
I mean, I
I was
did
thinking
watch,
that
I did
Jungle
watch
Planet.
it too. But, you know.
It ends on Tatooine, where it all began with Luke
Yes,
and Anakin.
that's why I
She
loved
buries
it.
the
I like that.
lightsabers for some reason.
Maybe because it was
I didn't understand it.
it was the end of the saga,
End of the Jedi.
That's where it began.
and she said her name was Rey Skywalker.
That's right. Who
Anakin,
didn't see that
Anakin
coming?
started on Tatooine, pretty much.
That's right.
Yes,
Luke started on
Same
Tatooine.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So bury both lightsabers there.
ends on
She's got her
Tatooine.
own lightsaber. Her staff is a
Oh,
lightsaber
that's
now.
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
She don't need theirs.
Yeah.
Symbolic.
The
This is
yellow
where it
one.
began.
The yellow one.
I know. Yeah,
Yellow
I noticed
kyber
that it was
crystal.
yellow.
Where'd it come from?
That was good.
Nobody
don't
knows.
No, don't
Because
care.
yellow is like the most rare kyber crystal, apparently.
That was a mix
'Cause
of
it's not
blue
an
and green.
I think
No.
that's blue and yellow
It's
that
like
makes
red
green,
and
right?
orange. I don't know.
Anyway, yellow is like really hard to get because apparently it's not an actual crystal. It's like made and blah, 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 blah.
It's made
So
of sulfur.
where'd she get this from? Who knows?
Oh no, it doesn't. I don't care.
It don't matter.
I enjoyed it.
It don't
Me
matter.
too. I loved it so
She
much.
sees Luke and Leia's Force ghost and she says she's a Skywalker.
That's right.
She denounces her Palpatine heritage.
Anything we're
so,
missing? I mean, lots of stuff
it's like
probably, but
so many things. I'm like,
Yeah,
unless you
stuff
just
that
go
happened.
through it.
I mean, there
step
was
by
all these
step.
little details like
This
in the
podcast would be too
beginning,
long
but
if it was the whole movie.
we got the main stuff.
They finally shattered Vader's helmet.
Yeah. His melted helmet. I guess
Melted
he
helmet.
got recovered from Endor. Oh, there was Ewoks in this movie.
Ewoks.
Oh yeah,
That was random. That's cool.
that
I
was
wonder if
random.
that was Wicket. Was it Wicket? I couldn't tell. He didn't look like Wicket,
I don't know.
but he kind of had the same like hat thing. Anyway, that's not important.
No Mandalorians were in this movie.
No Mandalorians.
No Baby Yodas were in this movie.
No,
Like people were kind of wondering, like since they showed episode 7 of Mandalorian on Wednesday.
That's just because it's the only Star Wars thing going on right now.
All right, well, unless you can think of anything else.
no. I was gonna say, I don't know if you were on us to do this, but like, weren't we gonna rate
Yeah.
our? Okay,
You were rating and overall ending thoughts. This
or
after you've had some
that,
time to
and
review?
also
So
our
out
Star
of
Wars.
all the Skywalker saga,
Oh, we're gonna rank movies, right?
how do you rank all your Skywalker saga, starting from best to worst?
Best,
Best
to worst.
to worst. Okay,
Best to
I
worst.
got that
I
down.
ranked mine.
Okay, who wants
Do you
to
want
go
to go first,
Go
DJ?
ahead.
Paige.
Okay. So here's mine. Chardizzles.
Wow.
Rise of Skywalker
Number 1.
is number 1.
Oh, snap.
Second, Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Third, Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
Force Awakens.
Okay.
Last Jedi. New Hope. Revenge of the Sith. Attack of the Clones. The Phantom Menace. That's mine.
So yours was Rise, Return, Empire, Force Awakens. Then what?
Last Jedi.
Okay. Then
The New Hope. And then the last 3 are the prequels, but they're in like an order that really doesn't matter, really.
What was your order of the prequels?
The prequels is Revenge of the Sith,
Flight of the Phantom. My last
Attack
3
of the Clones,
are
and
the
then
exact same.
The Phantom.
The first.
Yeah.
Actually, my last 3 are the prequels as well, in order.
Okay.
In order, like 1, 2, 3.
Okay, yeah. So my ranking is first Rise of Skywalker,
Uh-oh.
Of course.
Look at y'all.
which was really hard for me to do because previously The Last Jedi was my favorite, which is really divisive. But that was just for many moments in the movie that I thought were awesome. Previously, my favorite was Return of the Jedi. So
Yeah, that was me. So
my new ranking has been Rise of Skywalker, The Last Jedi, Return of the Jedi, number 4, Empire Strikes Back, 5, A New Hope, because that's where it all began. That's what I grew up watching. 6, The Force Awakens, because it got all these new characters in that I really love, and it's more, I don't know what the word I'm thinking for, like a new?
No. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, my 7, 8, and 9 are Revenge of the Sith, Attack of the Clones, and then The Phantom Menace.
Hey, wow. Y'all both put Rise in there first. Interesting.
Okay, what was yours?
That was really hard
then?
for me to do because I was actually thinking about changing my whole order and putting Return of the Jedi and then Rise of Skywalker.
Return of the Jedi has been my favorite one.
Well, that's what I'm at still.
Is still your favorite?
Yeah.
It's my favorite, but
It's
at
really
the same
hard.
time, this one, it was the ending.
This was good.
And there was so
It was
much
good.
that was just awesome about this movie.
Yeah.
Well, mine is Return of the Jedi first. It's still my favorite.
Right.
Then this one, Rise of Skywalker, and that's why I said this one is the first one out of all the new ones, including Rogue and Solo, that felt like old Star Wars to me.
Yeah.
It had all the epicness, all the adventure.
Which is weird that it felt more Star Wars than The Force Awakens.
I know.
Because that was a rehash of
I
4.
know. This one was very Return of the Jedi.
This was a
as well.
rehash of Return of the Jedi.
I mean, literally up to Palpatine saying, "Oh, your friends are dying.
Yeah. Just strike me down.
Strike me down." Return of the Jedi, Rise of Skywalker, Empire Strikes Back, Force Awakens for me
We're
is
like-
number 4.
We're like the same, except
Six,
for the
So just right then.
first, second ones.
Force Awakens. Force is woke.
Oh, woke.
Then OG, A New Hope, number 5. And then, wait, is that right? 6, 7, 8? That's only
A New
8.
Hope is also my number 5, Gabby.
So wait, Return of the Jedi, Rise of Skywalker,
My number 5 is Last Jedi.
Empire, Force Awakens. I don't have Last Jedi mentioned.
You forgot
don't.
Last Jedi?
Well, I would put Last Jedi. I put Force Awakens as 4, OG Star Wars as 5, Last Jedi would be 6, and
That's
then
where my Force Awakens is.
and then Sith, Clones, and Phantom, because Phantom is absolutely atrocious.
That's hilarious that the prequels are literally ranked 3, 2, 1 for all of us.
They're terrible.
Well, 7, 8, 9. But
I really like 3 versus the 2 and 1.
oh yeah, 3 was awesome just simply because of the battle with Obi-Wan and Anakin. I mean, that was it.
Yeah, they were pretty. Phantom Menace is just absolutely 100% atrocious.
Yeah,
Is that the one with Jar Jar Binks? Or is this 2?
he's in all 3 of them. Really,
Jar Jar
The
is
most in
terrible.
one.
And then
I like Jar Jar Binks when I first
that poor little boy who
Jake
played
Lloyd.
Anakin.
Yeah.
And it's not his fault. He was just a kid, but it was terrible acting.
And now he's got super bad depression.
And
He's
then,
what?
He's got some mental problems because of that.
Yeah,
He got bullied a lot.
He got
Oh,
bullied.
wow. That's crazy.
I mean, he got put into a super high tense
People are
pressure
idiots.
situation.
The biggest franchise of all time.
But Hayden Christensen
Didn't
not
do
a
much
good
better
actor.
than Jake Lloyd.
Not a good actor.
I think he's cute, though.
I think that's why he was cast.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well,
I thought George Lucas originally wanted Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, I could. Oh,
that would've been
that would have been really good.
to
you imagine?
retrocast that. To retcast that.
Man.
I think there was actually a YouTube video where they did that. They did like that. What's that face swapping
Yeah.
thing? They did that. They put Leonardo in there
That would be
in all
good
those
stuff.
scenes with Hayden Christensen. It was hilarious. Actually, they even Jake Lloyd, like a little baby Leonardo face on there.
So, if you were to put a number ranking to Rise of Skywalker, what would it be? Out of 10?
Well, Paige, this is your favorite Star Wars movie, so you got to give it a good ranking.
I was going to give it a 9.5.
But
Why are you saying was going to? Did something change your mind?
Oh, did I say it like that? I was.
Yeah,
Gonna
you
say,
said I was.
I
going
was
to.
going
As
to.
if now you're not.
Oh, okay. No, I'm giving it a 9.5.
Wow, phrasing.
I guess my phrasing was wrong. Sorry.
Okay. I give it I had it wrote down.
You don't remember what you thought?
Well, I'm trying to figure out as opposed. Okay, so for me, I was comparing this to Avengers Endgame because Avengers Endgame was the end of that saga.
Right.
But Avengers Endgame was like, I mean, it was just overwhelmingly.
I can't wait to the end of the year podcast.
It was to me, Avengers Endgame is 10 out of 10.
Oh yes,
But I prefer the Star Wars saga overall. Mm-hmm. Like, I would rather watch Star Wars. Okay, if I was on a desert island, I'd rather have the Star Wars saga over Avengers.
Oh, if you were on a desert island,
like I love the characters.
If you were on a desert island, you'd rather play out Star Wars.
Apparently, they have electricity there. They have a VCR.
They got a VCR,
and you can
DVD.
You can choose 9 tapes. I'm going to choose the Skywalker saga over Avengers.
I don't think the Skywalker saga. All of them are on VHS.
Okay, so there's 9 USB drives. I'm choosing the Skywalker saga.
Okay.
So, but overall, the Avengers Endgame, like that, they just did that perfectly to me.
Yeah.
And that ending fight, I mean, I was just in tears the whole way. Rise of Skywalker was amazing. Like, I didn't expect it to be this good, especially with all the hate it's getting and all the backlash. And Last Jedi was okay. I liked it fine. But I'd give this one a 9.
A
9.5.
Oh, there we go.
To 9.5.
Wow.
It's because to me, Return of the Jedi is a 10. I mean, it's just perfect. It's adventure. It's funny. It's got all the characters doing their thing.
The music.
This is going to be really hard for me because I put this movie first. And I love Star Wars, but if I give it anything less than a 10 as my number 1, then that's kind of weird, right?
You could give it a 10. No, I mean, it's not the perfect
But it's not a 10, though.
10 is like a perfect movie to you.
But I have a little bit of problems with this movie. That's what I'm saying. But it's still my number 1, which is kind of weird.
Like some of the retconning JJ did, like, okay, the whole, she's about to throw the lightsaber in there and he catches it and he's like, oh, that's not how you treat. I was like,
didn't have a problem.
So like Ryan.
Oh, wait, are you talking about when they felt each other's force and they?
No, I'm talking about
when he threw the lightsaber into the fire, like she was burned in the X-Wing.
I see what you're saying. Okay,
that was literally Ryan Johnson's or JJ saying, "I didn't want you to do that. You didn't treat this."
I had no problems with any plot in this movie. I only had problems with things I wish would have been in it to end out the whole saga. Like I needed a Hayden Christensen and Kylo, and I needed all their Force ghosts. I needed all the Skywalkers.
Yeah.
I needed Qui-Gon.
I didn't need Qui-Gon. I didn't need that.
How dare you?
But I mean, I needed some kind of.
He was the original mentor to Obi.
Yeah.
Mentor?
That's
of
fine.
Amy. Okay.
Okay. Well, in that case, then I needed the Force Ghost of Mace Windu. I needed Yoda. I needed all of the
Force Ghosts.
I needed all the Force Ghosts to everybody that spoke to Rey.
Right.
In that case, but that's not what I'm saying. I just needed the Skywalkers. This is the Rise of Skywalker. It's the end of the Skywalker saga, and all we got was Luke and Leia.
Yeah.
We didn't get Kylo, who ended it. And we didn't get Anakin, who began it.
Yeah. I got you.
I just needed a little bit more, but at the same time, the movie was awesome. It's my number 1 in Star Wars. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9.5 just because I can't make it perfect.
Wow.
I can't make it perfect for that one thing. Mm-hmm. But it is my number 1.
That's valid. I think that's valid.
So 9.5s across the board.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, literally love the movie. It was amazing.
It was great.
Last Jedi, I also liked. I could have done without 30, 45 minutes of the movie.
We were riding horses through the casinos.
this duel in the throne room right now that's on the TV behind us.
Right.
Amazing.
Right.
Besides a few small things that aren't really logical, like the knife disappearing and all that crap. But
some of the stunt guys in the background just like flipping around doing stuff.
But it was awesome.
I like watching Adam Driver.
The action of this last trilogy was.
I really liked.
But that just shows generationally how the action has changed.
Yeah, it's like
it wasn't. You couldn't
not Darth Vader fighting the original Obi-Wan. Was like
no. They weren't just like touching lightsabers together and like.
They're like doing gymnastics now. I really did like how it finally paid off their communication with each other across voids or whatever.
Right.
Like, I was like, okay, they're talking to each other. That's never really fully explained, except Snoke says he created this connection between them, which ultimately apparently was Palpatine. And so, like, Kylo, like, snatches a necklace off of her.
Yeah, that
and
was
they're
really,
not even in the same location.
Yeah, I didn't
I was like,
understand that.
how is that happening? Okay.
Yeah, well, Paige asked that like when it happened in the movie, and I reminded her that in The Last Jedi when they were talking, whenever she was on,
She had rain on her.
yeah, like it was raining wherever she was, he got wet.
Right.
Yeah, I noticed that. I just
It was weird. We don't understand it. We don't have to. You know what? We don't have to. Just like we didn't need to know the origins of the Joker.
Right.
But they've been doing this for 3 movies, or at least, wait, when did that start? Last Jedi? Did he do that in Force Awakens?
No, The Last Jedi I think was the
I think
connection,
yeah.
So they started in Last Jedi. Well, JJ kept that going, and it made sense when she handed off that lightsaber to him in the last, like that. I was like, oh, that was good. That was a cool move.
And then he was like, I mean, I can't really say it, like, show it or
good.
say it.
Okay, so we all freaking love Rise of Skywalker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Disagreeable nerd.
Nearly
Disagreeable
nerd. Star Wars wise for us.
Anything else, Charlotte? You looking at me? No? Okay.
I mean, it's over. It's kind of sad.
It really is sad because it has been 20-something years of my life that this whole series has just ended.
Like, what now?
I'm sure they'll figure out
they'll
something.
Keep doing Star Wars,
I know, but like now it's going to be
the
different.
characters that I love are pretty much just done.
Yeah. It's going to
Every one of them. Every one of them. Luke, Leia, Han.
They may have some,
They're all
like,
dead.
what do you call it, Easter eggs in some of them, but you know.
The only thing I can think of, I mean, well, Ray actually like said the actress Daisy Ridley. She like said she's done. Like she's done playing Ray.
Oh, is she?
That's
Really?
That's what I heard.
Why? Why are
That's
people.
what her word on the street is.
Word on the street.
How do you get sick of a.
She's not sick about it. I guess she's just done. I don't know.
Like she feels like that's it.
I think that's. I
She
mean,
thinks her character is that's the end of her story.
her arc has ended.
That's done.
Yes.
I mean, I can understand that as long
Just
as
wanted
it's
to say-
that reason.
I love when she said, "I did want to take your I wanted to take your hand,
Oh yeah, I forgot about
but I
that.
wanted to take Ben's hand."
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like,
oh, maybe that really.
I was like, yeah, that was
Hit
a
it.
nice touch.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
Good. It's all good. Oh, and General Hux was a spy.
And he got shot by General
times.
Prime or whatever.
And nobody really cared.
I definitely didn't.
All right. That's going to do it for this podcast.
That just tugged my heart a little bit more. Just reminded that.
Don't start crying.
I'm not going to.
All right. Until next time, I'm Gabi.
Sure is only.
Thanks for having me back. This is
Welcome back,
Deej
Sheets.
signing off.
Eat.
Bye-bye.
Later, dudes.